By the age of 25, I had 5 felonies, been convicted and had 5 felonies and was on a 7-year sentence. My name's Shawn, 36 years old. I was raised in a family with an absent father, but with the absolute best mother that God ever sent to the earth. She worked hard and had 2 and 3 jobs to raise me and my brother, make sure we had absolutely everything we needed. Somehow she found the time to make sure I was in church every Sunday night, every Wednesday from the age the youngest I can remember all the way up to about the age of 16 when I was able to get my first job. At the age of 13, I accepted Jesus in my life. But when I got a job and was kind of able to get away from the church where he'd been, I think, forced down my throat a little, I kind of fell away from it. By the time I become 18, I tried meth, and I became a seller of it. I was able to make more money selling meth in a week than what I could with a regular job, and I quickly learned to cook meth. At that point, I became a destroyer of lives, not only my own, but everyone that was around me. I only thought that I was making a living at it. It wasn't nothing personal, and I didn't even see it as anything wrong. That was just my way of living. By the age of 25, I had 5 felonies, been convicted and had 5 felonies and was on a 7-year sentence. By that time, I couldn't get a good job. Even though I got felonies and records, there was no good job that was going to come to me. So I figured I would retire in the penitentiary. I thought, well, I'll just continue to sell drugs until, they put me away for life. Within 3 months of getting out flat, I had another 8 to 12 pending. I got clean. After this time it had been 16 years of being on meth, I started feeling I didn't want it anymore. And I called out to the good Lord and I said, Lord, help me get away from it. I can't do it on my own. I'd never been to a rehab, and I didn't want to go to no rehab. I was not going to go to no rehab. But the Lord delivered me from it. He heard my call. I left everything that I knew, the whole drug life and everything, and I got with my family. My family was able to provide me with a job, and for a little over 4.5 years, I was clean, completely. During that 4 years, I went for custody of my kids. I got full custody of one, but I fell short on one. And at that time, that allowed me to go into a relapse. Once I tried it that time, after that 4 years, it was just like the first time. There was no turning back from it. But I thought I had it and I was doing something different, because at this time, I became a functioning addict. I kept my job, I was working every day, and I hid it from my family well. I hid it from everyone, from my fiance, from my mother, my brother. It wasn't but just a little while, a couple of years went by maybe like that, and I found myself back in a predicament with police officers pulling up. I made a run for it. I got away from them, but they did end up getting my vehicle, and I was on a 9 years probation with another 3 to 6 pending. And I started praying to God then. I said, Lord, what am I going to do? Help me out right here. If there's anything I'm supposed to do. Somehow the Lord gave me the strength to go turn myself in on that. Knowing you're facing a 9 years already on probation and walk up in a jail knowing that you've got another felony of 8 and 3 to 6 pending on top of that, it's a hard thing to do, but the good Lord gave me the strength to do that. After I'd been there in jail for just a couple months, and I was praying and talking to the Lord about it, my man Houston Jared came by. And he said, hey, have you ever thought about going to Teen Challenge? And I've never been to a rehab. And I said, I think I'd like to try it. And I said, but I don't think the judge, by this time, I've got 9 felonies on my record now. He said a prayer for me that day, and he said, what door God opens, no judge or DA can slam shut. And he said, if it's for you to go, you will go. 3 months later, I was back in court with the judge and the district attorney both saying, I have no idea why I'm allowing you to go, Mr. Gibson, but I'm going to allow you to go to Teen Challenge. And I smiled and I thought, I know exactly why. There's a reason God's got me coming here. God appointed me to come to Teen Challenge. After I've got here, I've learned that it wasn't appointed time. That when I had called out to God, He already had that plan set for me. Houston was right. The doors that God opens, there ain't no man can close. I don't have to choose to go through it. I can turn and walk away from it as I did many times. But I'm glad I walked through this door. Upon coming here, I've learned that I have a call on my life. I have a true purpose, a meaning. And God's plan is not for me to retire in the pen. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you. They are plans for good, not disaster, to give you a future and a hope. Another verse I stand on is 2 Peter 3:9. The Lord isn't really being slow about His promises, as some think, but is patient, not wishing for anyone to perish, but for all to come to repentance. There's a war being waged outside your window. If you're watching this video and you're thinking maybe that you might want to come to Teen Challenge, I promise you that's God tugging at your heart. There's a calling on your life too. I'm here with 9 felonies on my record, and it should not be here. God should have done gave up on me just like most of the rest of the world and half the family. But He's got a plan. He's got a plan for you too. Teen Challenge is helping to take back the territory before us. They're bringing men like me in off the streets. You're sitting here looking in the eyes of someone that used to be a destroyer. But now I'm a warrior for God.